Act 1, Scene 4, a street near the Capulet house. It is the evening of the Capulet Mosque, or costume ball. Imagine the guests proceeding through the darkened streets with torches to light the way. Romeo and his two friends Mercutio and Benvolio join the procession. Their mask will prevent them from being recognized as Montagues. Mercutio and Benvolio are in a playful partying mood, but Romeo is still depressed by his unanswered love for Rosaline. Romeo has also had a dream that warned him of the harmful consequences of this party. He senses trouble.
What, shall this speech be spoke for our excuse? Or shall we on without apology?
The date is out of such prolixity, we'll have no Cupid winked with a scarf, bearing a Tartar's painted bow of lath, scaring the ladies like a crow keeper. Nor no without book prologue, faintly spoke after the prompter, for our entrance, but let them measure us by what they will, we'll measure them a measure, and be gone.
Give me a torch, I am not for this angling, being but heavy, I will bear the light.
Nay, gentle Romeo, we must have you dance.
Not I, believe me, you have dancing shoes with an nimble soles, I have a soul of lead so stakes me to the ground I cannot move.
You are a lover, borrow Cupid's wings, and soar with them above a common bound.
I am too sore and pierced with his shaft to soar with his light feathers, and so bound, I cannot bound a pitch above dull woe, under love's heavy burden do I sink.
And, to sink in it, should you burden love, too great oppression for a tender thing.
Is love a tender thing? It is too rough, too rude, too boisterous, and it pricks like thorn.
If love be rough with you, be rough with love, prick love for pricking, and you beat love down. Give me a case to put my visage in, a visor for a visor. What care I what curious eye doth quote deformities? Here are the beetle brows shall blush for me.
Come, knock and enter, and no sooner in, but every man betake him to his legs.
A torch for me, let wantons light of heart tickle the senseless rushes with their heels, for I am provoked with a grand sigh phrase, I'll be your candle holder, and look on. The game was ne'er so fair, and I am done.
Tut, dunce the mouse, the constable's own word, if thou art done, we'll draw thee from the mire of this Sir Everence love, wherein thou stickest up to the ears. Come, we burn daylight, ho.
Nay, that's not so.
I mean, sir, in delay we waste our lights in vain, like lamps by day. Take our good meaning, for our judgment sits 5 times in the air once in our 5 wits.
And we mean well in going to this masque, but 'tis no whit to go.
Why, may one ask?
I dreamed a dream tonight.
And so did I.
Well, what was yours?
That dreamers often lie.
In bed asleep, while they do dream things true.
Oh, then, I see Queen Mabeth being with you. She is the fairy's midwife, and she comes in shape no bigger than an agate stone on the forefinger of an alderman, drawn with a team of little atomies athwart men's noses as they lie asleep. Her wagon spokes made of long spiders' legs, the cover of the wings of grasshoppers, the traces of the smallest spider's web, the collars of the moonshine's watery beams, her whip a cricket's bone, the lash of film, her wagoner a small grey-coated gnat, not so big as a round little worm pricket from the lazy finger of a maid. Her chariot is an empty hazelnut made by the joiner squirrel or old grub. Time out of mine the fairies coachmakers. And in this state she gallops night by night through lovers' brains, and then they dream of love. Or courtiers' knees, that dream on Ketz's straight, or lawyers' fingers, who straight dream on fees, or ladies' lips, who straight on kisses dream. Which of the angry make with blisters plagues, because their breaths with sweetmeats tainted are. Sometimes she gallops o'er a courtier's nose, and then dreams he of smelling out a suit. And sometime comes she with a tithe pig's tail tickling a parson's nose as they lies asleep, then dreams he of another benefice. Sometimes she driveth o'er a soldier's neck, and then dreams he of cutting foreign throats, of breeches, ambuscados, Spanish blades, of healths 5 fathom deep. And then anon drums in his ear, at which he starts and wakes, and being thus frighted, swears a prayer or two and sleeps again. This is that very met that plets the manes of horses in the night, and baits the efforks in foul sluttish hairs, which once untangled, much misfortune bodes. This is the hag, when maids lie on their backs, that presses them and learns them first to bear, making them women of good carriage. This is she.
Peace, peace, Mercutio, peace. Thou talkest of nothing.
True, I talk of dreams, which are the children of an idle brain, begot of nothing but vain fantasy. which is as thin of substance as the air and more inconstant than the wind, who woos even now the frozen bosom of the north, and, being angry, puffs away from thence, turning his face to the dew-dropping south. This wind, you talk of, blows us from ourselves. Supper is done, and we shall come too late.
I fear, too early, for my mind misgives some consequence yet hanging in the stars shall bitterly begin his fearful date with this night's revels and expire the term of a despised life closed in my breast by some vile forfeit of untimely death. But he, that at the steerage of my course, direct my sail. On, lusty gentlemen.
Strike, drum.